Yeah.
There we go, and we're live.
Are we really?
Yes.
Give me 1 sec.
And there's already 2 likes. Hot diggity dog.
Oh, there it is. Damn, it was taking its time.
Red and his beautifully messed up hair because he's been working. Hello, everyone. Oh, the match is lit.
Oh, I see Giancarlo's already here. He's a trooper. Don't forget, Red, you got to post it to the other Discords. Who is this? Who is this? Oh, it's the lightweight.
Paul Bryce is here.
Oh.
Yeah, let's get the rest of the notifications out. And we will go. That was my Phil Hartman impression.
Okay. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I see we got the good old Giancarlo here. He's a real nice guy. What's first VA?
Ooh, first VA. Hey, he's an important man.
Well, good morning.
Hello
First
there.
VA.
Let's see. Where can I post this in the Irish Legion? Ah, here we are.
Post it in media. Media should do fine.
I didn't know there was a media.
Oh, there's a media page right next to memes.
I don't even have memes.
Their memes are kind of
You know, I'll just post it in history.
Okay. Some people may or may not watch it, but that doesn't matter.
I'm playing to their Irish.
I don't think Archer's gonna be here. We got him in trouble last time.
No, he didn't get in trouble. He just didn't get laid.
No, he didn't get off Discord fast enough. I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't like rewind it or something. He listens to this. That'd be funny, actually. Probably will. It may be Bryce. You never know. Maybe Counts will join us. He's been AFK, MIA for weeks now.
Well, he has reason to be. Whoa!
Bryce and his static. It's okay. Just fix it, please. Damn it. I'm outside of my house waiting for food. Why didn't you get me some, damn it? Maybe I'm hungry. You don't deserve any. Neither do you.
I forgot to ping people.
Archer's been working 12-hour days. That happens. That's occupational. Ping people. Great. Let's mass ping everything.
So how's everybody doing these past few crazy days?
Oh, I'm doing just fine, Bryce. How about yourself?
I'm tired.
Bradley, how about you?
I still have diabetes.
Okay, that seems to be an occupational thing. How about the first VA and the Giancarlo and any of the other wondrous people in the chat?
All right, I'm back. My full focus is on YouTube now. Where is everybody? Hey, everybody's here. Look at this. We got 5 people here. Look at this. 5 people. You know what this calls for? This calls for bubbly. I have alcohol now.
Oh.
Which is interesting because this is sort of going to be a political live stream.
Dead horse political.
Yes, as in politics that happened coming up 200 years ago.
Almost. About 160 to 156 years ago.
Yeah.
Hello, Tonya. Good morning.
Tonya is here. Hey, bro. How you doing?
First VA shared it. How nice of him.
Let's break open the alcohol.
get watching, guys. Make it a damn occupational thing. I've said occupational 5 times.
You're in the
already.
Irish Legion? I am Irish. I can't open the fucking alcohol.
Watch your language. I don't know if this is marked for children.
It's not.
Oh, good.
Trust
Just wait for the people. The Irish Brigade is better. Oh, them some fighting words. All Irish is good.
Depends which one. Kelly's, Colonel Mohar.
Mulholland.
Yeah, Mulholland.
Mager.
Mm-hmm.
What do you? Oh, look, it's Assassin 1500.
Oh, L'Assassin 1500 is here. Matt, I like how you have a better view of the chat than I do. They think that they prioritize the fact that the streamer should see the chat first.
I just opened it up in a separate. I just opened a separate window, and that makes it easier for it. I have the Discord on the bottom, and I have the thing on the side, so it makes it easier.
Theoretically, because there is a cone in the bottom of this, I should be able to saber it open.
I mean, maybe. You want to try it?
No. No, I do not. Hello, Assassin. Hello, my child. Wait, Papa.
All right. Shall we get started, or should we wait like another few seconds?
Let's give it till 7 minutes. It's 30 seconds. I think everybody here has 30 seconds, and meanwhile, it'll give them time to get the bubbly to themselves because everyone knows a red podcast is better with alcohol.
Yeah.
And look, see, okay, that ring right there marks where it starts. Try it, saber. I don't have a saber out here. I mean, I got my phone. I could draw up a picture. I could get a picture of a saber on here. Hey, Matthew.
Good morning, Matthew.
Now do you go by Matt, Matthew, Matty, Metarooney?
Many of people. All right.
I'm shit talking.
Don't slurp me, Bryce.
Okay. We are at 7:30 now. Okay, let's begin this. And so I'm going to go ahead and say it because I've been waiting for a live stream to say it. And since Brother Hemingway is not yet available, this podcast is sponsored by CNC Sutler. Not official yet, but they have agreed to sponsor me. Once they get everything up and running, we will be getting fully sponsored by CNC Sutler. So everybody, let's give ourselves a round of a hand because I didn't do this. We did this. We did this. Y'all have been going over there doing stuff. They saw that I was helping them get business, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna." And I approached them. I was like, I've been giving y'all some work. People getting in there buying full uniforms and everything. A guy even asked me for a guide on that. And I was like, "Bro, got you." And yeah, boom. We got sponsored by CNC. So who knows? Maybe they'll send me stuff that I could beat the shit out of in a full test. Like, here, test this knife. Okay, first test.
The good part is it's a legitimate sponsor.
Yes, this is not a Red being goofy, like living dreams, living out dreams. No, this is Red being serious, being happy that he is actually going to be officially sponsored by CNC Sutler.
American Eagle Patriot, good morning.
Hey, he left out the Patriot. Do they want to sponsor me too? I am you, son. I don't know, Assassin.
Maybe they want. Do you do Civil War content or anything of sorts? Maybe. Or do you do planes type stuff? Because they also do that, I know.
They also provided a lot of the outfits for the film, the amazing film, The Magnificent Seven.
That was a good one.
It's a good movie. It's really good. Especially Midnight. Oh, dude. I loved him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They got the devils.
I do some more, right?
Thank you.
You say you do some more rats?
Rats? All right. Shall we get started then?
Yeah. I'm trying to locate my lamps. But, yeah, Matt. Kick it off, Matt. Kick it off. What are we doing?
Today we are discussing, due to the relevance of our current election, the 1860 and, if we have time, the 1864 election.
We have nothing but time unless it gets too dark because I can't find the lamps. I'll do a more exclusive search later.
Now, I intended for Bryce to do this more because he is the resident rebel, and if Bryce would be nice.
Okay, I have an idea.
Yes.
Let's say I am a civilian, no colonel bars, no military uniform. I'm just in a regular old coat. You guys are trying to convince me for the vote.
Okay.
So Matt, which side are you going here?
Well, I am a Union man, so I guess Lincoln.
Bryce, I'm assuming that means that you're going to be the other side.
You sure?
What a mean guy he was.
All right, so gentlemen, the floor is yours. I like how this thing looks like I'm wearing a headdress.
What? Okay. So yeah, basically, let's start with the 1860 election. Good morning, Eric. Basically, 1860 election, you have four candidates, all in different parties. You have Abraham Lincoln for the Republicans, Breckinridge Douglass for two sides of the Democrats, both Northern and Southern, and you have John Bell, who is the Constitutional Union Party. It's that time of American history where everything's kind of a little messy. Multiple parties, like Whigs, Federalists, all that, they kind of fell out of existence at that point, but still kind of the same. In the 1864 election, actually, Lincoln would actually transfer over from the Republican Party to the National Union Party, which is basically the same thing. It's not really a difference, just a difference in name. Anyway, what was I saying? I've lost track. But it was a close election, to say the least. Lincoln won it overall, and obviously that kind of angered a bunch of Southerners for various reasons. Some Southerners were kind of partial to Lincoln, though, not going to lie. Some were partial to him, but a majority of them were not. And some of them went as far as rebellion.
Matt, sorry to interrupt. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I believe there is a book I know of that will have a lot of information on this.
Yes, okay, I will keep talking then. Bryce and I were actually talking the other night about the, the district maps of these Southern Confederate states individually. And surprisingly enough, what was it you said, Bryce? Tennessee was or was not for secession after the election?
Tennessee was not for secession after Lincoln's inauguration.
Yes. They held two referendums, if I'm correct, right?
Yes. One in June and one in February.
And which one failed, the first one or the second one?
The first one failed. The first one had more people supporting, had more people not supporting secession. The second one had more people supporting secession when Lincoln did his call to arms.
Mm-hmm. But yes, after the election, as most of us already know, basically secessionism started. The secessionism referendums of each individual southern state were passed, starting with South Carolina leaving in December, followed by Texas, so on and so forth. And I believe it was about the time of February or March. Don't quote me on it. I don't exactly know, but 7 states had left, and by the time Bull Run happened, 11 states had left, with 2 unofficials, which was Kentucky and Missouri, who swore allegiance to neither really the Confederacy or the Union.
Confederacy or the Onion?
Yes, sure. Did you get your book?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
If you're interested in what book it is, Hardtack and Coffee.
Didn't remember the book. Damn traitors. Well, you're not wrong there.
Hold on. Let me bring up the section. Matt, continue.
Okay, where was I saying? Bryce, what were the first southern states to secede? What were they again? It was South Carolina, Texas, Go on from there. I forget.
It was South Carolina. Okay, so I'm not going to go in order, but the first states: South Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Florida. So those are the first 5 states, and then followed up by Texas. Followed up by Louisiana, Texas, and then Virginia, then Arkansas, North Carolina, and Tennessee.
All right. And remember, at this time, you must not forget, the people were actually more loyal to their own individual states than they were to, per se, their own country in and of itself, because, you know, at
There
that time, would you like to go ahead, Red, or?
No, I just want to make a comment on the men you were talking about.
Yeah.
The ones who would prefer to secede from the Union.
Yes.
The original leaders for that were known as the Fire Eaters.
Fire Eaters. Never heard that term.
Fire Eaters. Yes. The paragraph here says, as early as the 25th of October, several Southerners who were or had been prominent in politics met in South Carolina and decided that a unanimous vote that the state should withdraw from the Union in the event that Lincoln's election, which then seemed almost certain. Some other states held similar meetings about the same date. Thus early did the traitor leaders prepare for the South for disunion. These men were better known at the time as Fire Eaters.
Interesting. Never heard that terminology before. Fire Eaters.
This is why I love hardtack and coffee.
Oh, yeah, hardtack and coffee. Okay, I was say what? I forgot to ask the book. All right.
It is Reenactors Bible.
True. Yes. What was I saying? I forgot where I was going with this.
I apologize.
Anyway, before, I think it was at the time about in February, Jefferson Davis would be appointed as the president of the Confederate Congress because he was thought to be the best candidate militarily. That's really one of the only reasons why he was appointed. He was appointed basically the same way as George Washington was appointed. Basically, he was unanimously voted in by a legislator, and they decided on him, with the first capital being in Birmingham. Bryce, is that correct?
Yes, Birmingham, Alabama.
And then eventually transferring over to Richmond.
Now, I do want to state that for those people who think that it was stupid of what we now know as the Confederacy, at the time did not really have a party name. For some reason, people think that it was stupid of them to elect Jefferson Davis as their president because he had no prowess or anything, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. He was a legislator.
Well,
and he was a military man.
Yes, that's what I mean. They didn't think that he had any, like, Lincoln. I guess what I'm trying to say is Jefferson Davis had more military prowess than Lincoln did. Jefferson Davis, before his presidency, was a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
And a proud one at that.
He was a good one. He's one of the reasons why the Mississippi rifle was so prevalent before the war, because he pushed it, because he thought it was a fine rifle.
I like how it's not even that, you know, he not only did he think it was a fine rifle, he loved the feel of it. He did more than its capacity, you know, to be accurate, or, you know, he went into more detail, like, okay, let's say I had to march with this. How long do I think I can march himself with it? The feel in the hands, because if you got something that's big and bulky, you're not going to want to carry that in the combat, because more than likely you can't grip it or anything. Like, what am I thinking of? There was a rifle that was really hated.
Well, there's a lot of them.
Was it the Whitworth?
No, Whitworth was pretty good.
No, the rifle I'm thinking of was a very, very heavy rifle.
The Lorenz, that was a pretty heavy one, and also kind of messed to keep clean.
Yeah, I think it was the Lorenz. You know, it wasn't really easy to carry. Like we said, it wasn't easy to carry, wasn't easy to maintain. You put a lot more work in it than what needed.
It was a German gun.
Yeah, the Germans have a weird thing like that. They put a gun into a Warhammer, for Christ's sake.
Are they talking about the 1842 Springfield? Because I have used that before. I quite like it.
I have my 1861. I have the Liberator.
I also have a 61.
By the way, that is actually the when I play. By the way, sorry to interrupt again, Matt, but I just want to throw this little. Keep that thought in your head. I will be possibly an idea in my head is that going from every other week from podcast to gameplay. I am doing gameplay on Twitch, and it's incredible because I'm starting to use "Get Liberated" a lot. That is becoming like the slogan of the channel on Twitch. Get liberated every time I get a kill. So
get liberated. Okay.
Yeah, you go back and watch the past gameplay that I did. Every time I got a kill, I was basically like, "Get liberated! Get liberated! Get liberated!"
Okay, I see. No, that's worthy of interrupting, but okay.
I'm sorry. I just had to.
It's okay. We also haven't been reading chat very much, so my bad.
Oh, I am.
I
am. I do not play War of Rats at the moment. I got to get a gaming PC, which I am looking at getting. I think what I'm going to do before I build one is I'm just going to buy one that is capable of running gameplay from my Xbox to YouTube so that I can at least get some gameplay out for you guys and a capture card. So hopefully I can record like Xbox 360 gameplay so I can really tear into that History Channel's game.
Yeah, first, you should get more people with the Irish Legion in here. If they watch and they subscribe, we get more thingies, and then we can start buying things.
Carlo, I'm sorry, but you know I mess up your name every time because it just doesn't work with my mouth. But I'm going to call you Carlo. I've thought about it, and I'm going to definitely build one carefully. It's going to take a while because I'm going to be very precise with what I get. And I'm glad you think it's funny because I'm just like, I'm a dick. Every time I mess up someone's name, it's like I'm an asshole.
Think they are busy with the election? What, the Irish Legion people are busy with the election? Are you kidding me?
Not to be rude, but I thought most of them were European.
Some aren't. Depends. All right, shall I continue?
Yes, please. Sorry.
Okay, where was I with this? I don't even remember. Okay, yeah, backtrack. Yes. Bryce, we've discussed this a few times too about why the South left. Would you please enlighten us into that?
Sure. Do you want me to go into Tennessee?
No, just all in general. Just everything in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the South's reaction to it was to the whole Lincoln's inauguration was mostly outrage, hatred, and just that hatred and anger, because many of them believe that they were they didn't have their say in the whole election thing. Because many of them, and this is known, a lot of people wanted to vote for the other individual, but somehow, I don't know why it says this in a lot of records, it says they never ever, for some reason, got the ability to do that, and thus they were kind of pissed. But another reason was because, they believed he was a radical who was going to destroy everything that they knew.
And what exactly was that? If you please elaborate.
Now first we'll go into the, goes. They didn't put him on the ballot. Now, I believe it was on purpose. So, but the first people that were offended the most, of course, were the rich plantation owners. They state the reason why they hated Lincoln was because he was going to get rid of all their business and shit.
Mind you, that was only 5% of the South's population. Also.
Yes. But for everybody else, they just thought that he was a radical Republican who was going to ruin the country and destroy the Constitution and everything else and everything they knew that made them American.
Mind you, also, radical Republican is the equivalent of libertarian. Libertarianism is not as big as it was back then.
I do have some information about the opposing parties of Lincoln here, their names.
Go ahead.
No, let me get back to it here. I just had it, and then I had to reply to VA because he said that there's an Ohio unit in War of Rights.
I've not heard about it.
I now have to get War of Rights because Ohio!
I want a New Jersey unit.
Let's see.
Look what you did. Look what you did at VA.
Now, the Republican Party was led by correct me if I'm wrong because my mind's a bit shriveled right now. It's been Lincoln was for the Republic. Was a Republican. Yes. The main men of the Democratic Party was John Bell of Tennessee and Edward Everett of Massachusetts. Yes, and Edward was nominated as vice president. So I'm as I understand this, John Bell was to be president.
John Bell also did lose the nomination. John Bell did lose the nomination, and they couldn't decide between Douglas and Breckinridge.
They haven't mentioned either one of those yet in Hardtack and Coffee, Douglas or Breckinridge.
Well, they were both the Democrat. They were both technically the Democratic, but remember the Democratic Party at that time could not decide on a Northerner or a Southerner Democrat. So it was kind of the same. I mean, write-in ballot, check like that. Voting still at that time wasn't that simple, but still.
See you, Patriot. Have fun, man. Be safe.
See you later, Patriot. But when Bell couldn't secure his nomination within the Democratic Party, he basically formed his own party, which really fared better than Douglas, which is surprisingly enough, but still underperformed both Lincoln and Burke. And the thing was, too, you think about it like this. You have multiple candidates in an election. It's going to cause a lot of division in and of itself because you're like, I like this person because XYZ supports this. I like this person because they do this or because of this background. You got to remember that you have 4 people in an election. These are the people on the main stage. Not like, today we're like Kanye West or Joe Jorgensen are like, oh, yeah, they're optional. These people are on like the national level where they are up on the ballot. These are the people you can vote for, and there is a good likelihood that they might win. I'm still surprised at that. I looked at Tennessee last night. Kanye West had like good portion of the vote. It was amazing.
Epic meme.
Epic meme. Yes, epic meme. But that was one of the contributing factors because number one, the South traditionally Democratic. In a sense, and they were between themselves on both the northern and southern side. And remember, there's a lot of regionality at this time, so you kind of side more with your local area, your state, more than you would your own country, which is one big reason for secessionism. Well,
at the time, also, states had more power than the federal government did.
Technically, that is, yes, an override of federal power, in a sense, actually. Yeah, before the election, too, also, it was also, sorry, what was I saying? I'm losing my train of thought this whole time.
Choo-choo.
After the election, it was debated why secessionism happened because, well, there's nothing pertaining in the Constitution about it at the time. However, it's not entirely legal in and of itself.
It's a mix of both being illegal and legal.
Because, yes,
America!
You did voluntarily join, but...
Bryce, you just summed up America in one sentence.
I know, it's beautiful.
It is legal, but slightly illegal.
Yes, and after the war, it is completely illegal now. Don't forget that. But, I forgot where I was going before that, before you interrupted me.
I'm sorry, but Bryce just perfectly summed up the U.S.
Because at the time it was believed we willfully joined, we can willfully leave at the same time. But since you willfully joined, you're part of it now. You willfully joined. You're in this. If you're not in this, well, okay then. You're kind of a terrorist cell then. That's kind of what it is. Because there's nothing that says you can't, and there's nothing that says you can't.
That's kind of messed up.
It's like the actual way to think of it, which is kind of just stupid, but yeah.
Hey, are you part of us? No. Bad guy. Yep. He's a bad guy, boys. He's a traitor.
You are Satan.
And just remember, too, most Southerners were also not keen on war. Majority of them were kind of like, I don't want to do this. I kind of just want to chill and be under this own country. But after the events at Sumter, many of them were saying, hold up a second, Lincoln's sending how many people down here to occupy us? I'm pretty sure if you heard that the military was coming to occupy your hometown and most likely do some things that are kind of immoral or unethical, you'd probably be like, all right, get the gun, we're going to war.
It's only after, they attack Fort Sumter, and it's like, wait, Lincoln's moving against us after we broke his shit? After we broke the Union stuff? What?
Yeah. That's basically how it is. Like, we broke your thing. I mean, they just want
your point.
The thing is, you also have to realize, too, is during this whole entire period, before Sumter, both the Confederacy and the Union were actually negotiating and making arrangements for the separation of United States property and assets in the southern United States. It was going fairly well, not the best, because, the Confederates were like, we have to pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars for all these forts and all this land and everything of the sorts. And, the Union wasn't happy about that, but it avoided war. But if you see that some Confederates decide to go ahead and blow up your fort, you're kind of going to get angry. You kind of can't back down, because if you back down, what are you going to look at? How are you going to look internationally?
You're going to look like a bitch.
Yeah, you're going to look like, oh, we could have done it, but we didn't want to because a war.
That's like that guy after someone achieves something and he's just off like, I could have done that.
Yeah, I could have done that, but I didn't. Just do it.
Yeah, it's like, dude, just shut up. You didn't do it. That's the big
California,
thing.
Oregon, and Washington will all leave the Union and create the better Union. Oh, that's funny.
Guys, we shall establish the Union V2.
Oh no, the government don't like that kind of crap these days.
No, that's illegal. Secessionism is completely illegal.
Which I also think is kind of necessary because it will prevent another war, hopefully. Well, that was their thinking when they made it illegal.
That would be funny, but still.
Reverso uno.
Mm-hmm. And remember, we all know what happens after Sumter. Comes Bull Run, one battle, that's it.
Which I have to say, before I enlisted, worst picnic I've ever been to.
It's true.
I had this.
A bunch of people get killed again.
I had this beautiful young lady with me, right? I thought I was scoring some points. Her father liked me. I'm like, hey, let's go see them beat the rebellion down real quick. She's like, yeah, let's take some food. We'll make a day of it. I'm like, yes, let's go. And then as soon as we get there, this big old fight happens, and I knew there was no way she was going to let me touch her slip after that.
What, you didn't notice the oncoming armed trains and all that, and the other people coming to watch the fight on the hill, man? Like, come on.
I mean, I did, but I didn't expect it to be that crowded. I thought we had a good place. We were right under a tree, nice shady place.
And then the oncoming surge of rebels.
And then there were some people pretending they were in the Revolutionary War still. They were fun.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to remember, too, actually, that Bull Run was the first instance of using trains to move a mass amount of troops at one time.
I'm just surprised it took them. Well, trains were still a relatively new thing.
Mm-hmm. Even in Europe, they were still kind of new.
I just wondered who was the guy that was just like, what if we put them on trains? We can move a lot of cattle that way, right? Yeah.
We can move a lot of arms that way, too.
Put the soldiers on the trains.
Oh, yeah. No, still, best scene ever in Gods and Generals. That has to be the most well-dressed man in this man's army.
That has to be the most well-dressed man. Which, you know what I think we're going to do tonight? I think we're going to watch a movie after the live stream.
Maybe.
Maybe a Halloween movie.
Right, it's almost Thanksgiving.
Are you saying that that you can't watch a Halloween movie when it's not Halloween? Excuse me, buddy.
I'm saying I want to watch a Civil War Halloween movie, but those don't exist. What's your point?
Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Duh.
That's really not a...
Hey, look. Vampires are labeled as horror film uses. Lincoln, President of the Union. Put them together, horror Civil War movie. Changed my mind.
I will say it is badass to see Lincoln just cut off the heads of vampires.
And surprisingly, that movie is more accurate than 80% of the other stuff that comes out today.
Like
Amen,
Cold Mountain.
brother.
Actually, you know what though? For all the crap that Cold Mountain gets, I think it's a really good movie.
Cold Mountain had some pretty good stuff in it. However, a lot of the movie was kind of weird. Like the first scene, great.
Oh yeah, the Battle of the Crater.
But then the rest of the movie is kind of like, oh, the story really doesn't match up, and the locations don't match as well.
What I have to complain about the Battle in the Crater though is
that's pretty good.
But there's just one small complaint about it, and it's like a small piece of dirt on the bottom of your boot. It's the scene when the native and the colored soldier meet in the crater.
Yeah.
What I have to nitpick about that was true that the engineers that were specially trained to dig the tunnel were African Americans, but they were not used.
They're Pennsylvania boys.
And there were natives who fought with the Union, but I feel like they were just like, because they had such a small role. Like, yeah, you had the native guy, throwing muskets like spears. It's like, okay, yeah, we get it. He's a native. Your guy, we get what you're saying. He's a native.
Yeah, we get that. Ridiculous.
But then it's just like they get that small little scene where you get the one colored troop and the one native, and they fight, and then, the colored troop kills the native, and then you never see anything about him again. It's like nothing else. It's like, okay, I feel like they were just going, we acknowledge that they fought in the war, guys, okay? Don't hate us. We acknowledged it. Okay.
Cold Mountain, Giancarlo.
Cold Mountain. It's interesting. It has a very interesting, forceful.
I will say this though. Jude Law is not the most admirable actor.
I think he's a good actor. He has his good moments, but
no. Jude Law's not. I'm sorry.
He did great in Enemy at the Gates.
No, just Jude Law as a person.
So wait, are we looking at him as a person or as an actor? Because that's two different things.
As a person, and also as an actor.
I think he's decent on an actor.
Not fully.
Cold Mountain is, I think it's a historical fiction.
Historical fiction with a lot of porn.
Essentially, yeah. It's like, hey, can we put a sex scene in here? No. Make it work.
Renee Zellweger's in it. It kind of kills the mood.
Isn't Natalie Portman in there too?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she was like the person about to get molested.
I think so. I think that might have been her. By Caveman, if I might add that, by Cavalry.
Yes, by Union, nonetheless.
Union Cavalry.
Which I do. That's the part I like, because then you always see like, oh, the Union are the good guys. They never did anything wrong, because they feed you that in school. Right. But then Cold Mountain's like, they did some bad stuff too. What do you mean?
History is written by the victors, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Hey, as long as your side wins, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, and it's funny how like one little election led to a whole entire rebellion. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
Can't believe it. Like, I wonder if that could happen again.
SVA, it is in a way a love story, because he's trying to get back home to help his wife whose father just died, and she's about to lose the farm, and this country chick's like, hey, I caught this chicken by the neck. Wrings his neck, and she goes, why'd you kill my chicken? And she goes, food.
No, well, for one, he deserted, number one.
So yeah, he deserted. So it's like that old-fashioned...
No way to sugarcoat it. And he was being chased by proper authorities of the Confederacy.
So it's one of the...
Home guard!
What I like to think is that it is actually one of the more historic... It's funny because the historical fiction movie has more historical accuracies minus locations and timelines. But they have the appropriate troops chasing this guy down. And going through all of this, and it's like,
You're not wrong there.
Yeah, it's one thing you gotta realize, too, is, the election was kind of crazy. And you gotta realize, political activism from the 1860s kind of hasn't changed that much. It's kind of the same, basically. How many people you see going in near, I'm not saying exact, near armed rebellion?
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
basically how it goes.
I do want to think that that the Lord didn't want this church over here to be used as a political poll office, because a few days before the election, it was struck by lightning.
Funny. This is true.
I'm like, I don't think God wants that place to work. Let's not do that.
Yes. Also, if there's any questions or comments or rebuttals in the chat, please.
Oh yeah. This is like the only time that this channel is going to get political. So revel in this fact, even though the politics of what we're talking about has been over for 100 years or more.
160 years.
Who did y'all vote for? I don't have the mind for politics.
And also, you can't discuss that. That's voter fraud.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No
Giancarlo,
modern day
you want to
politics.
voter
No
fraud? Please be
Trump,
my guest.
Biden, third party. No, nothing like that. We're talking Lincoln, and that's the only president. So
That's voter fraud. We're not talking about that.
I voted for Lincoln.
Yeah, I voted for Lincoln.
I'll call the FBI on you.
But Carlo, if you really want to know who I voted for, I voted for me.
Yeah, I could have wrote and read in, but he wasn't from my state.
Run for president.
I scribbled out all the names on the poll and just wrote me.
It'd be fabulous.
That's also voter fraud.
I know. It's like, hey, this guy didn't do it right. Arrest him. Why'd
Kill
you do
that
it?
man.
Because it was funny.
You fucking troll.
Throw him in troll jail.
I like you, but you're a troll.
Oh yeah.
Dude, if there's anything about my lodge, cops are tricky bastards. But we're getting off track.
We are very off track.
Let's re-rail this train and keep on moving forward.
I thought there'd be more questions from the chat, but I can see that I think only Giancarlo and Meme Killer's here. Okay, and First VA are the main ones talking though. Very good, very good, very good. Good morning, Meme. Welcome. I see you haven't changed your name to Crackjack again.
Okay, so because I don't have my glasses, VA, that says, hey, mama.
But yes, election, crazy, rebellion, Bryce.
Hello.
Yeah, Bryce.
I like how it says, Bryce.
Last night, Bryce and I were actually going over the Tennessee and Texas archives of the proportionality of the secession referendums. Interestingly enough, it was very half-half, and there's a few areas where none of them even wanted to hold a referendum and chose to abstain from it, which is very interesting. Specifically in Tennessee, there was I think 4 or 5 different districts that chose not to vote.
Really?
Yeah, and it was funny because a lot of the Tennessee also did have a significant amount of people against it. And Texas was funny because it was like one county voted against it, and the rest are like, let's go for it. Like in like that one scene in Gods and Generals, and only one person in the valley voted against it.
Must have been the village idiot.
Village
That was a funny
Pepper.
scene. That's still one of the my favorite funny.
Oh yeah,
scenes.
we have a dog with us. Hey, Pep.
Pooch. I thought First VA would have been asking more questions or promoting the stream more,
Hi,
but I guess he's a
Pepper.
lightweight. That's okay.
Hi, Cheenie. You sit? Good girl. Who'd you
I wanna
vote
see
for?
Doggy.
Did you vote for Lincoln? Speak if you vote for Lincoln. Oh,
Hardtack.
she didn't
Heart
speak.
attack.
Speak. Did you vote for Lincoln, Pepper? You gotta speak. You speak?
Is that her tail? Is that her tail hitting the thing?
Yes. Speak. Speak. Speak, you get a treat. Speak.
You guys will take that as a no, I did not vote for Lincoln.
Even a treat couldn't get her to vote for Lincoln. Did you vote for Lincoln? You speak? Speak if you vote for Jefferson Davis.
Nice beagle. What a nice beagle.
She's not a beagle.
I thought it was Pepper.
Yeah, she's well, she might be part beagle. We don't know. She's lab something.
She looks beagle. That's
She
all that
does.
matters.
She does look very beagle-like. Pepper, speak. Speak.
Okay.
Speak. All right, don't do that. Make me look
Squeak.
bad. Damn.
Squeak, squeak. Yes, but anyway, we all know the end results of what happened with the 1863 election, and what happened from there was a very tragic happening.
Well, wait, I think we're forgetting about one election.
Which election?
McClellan versus Lincoln.
I was getting onto that, Red. I said we would discuss that.
Well, I had to throw out my boy McClellan. Come on, give me that.
Yes, Lil Mac, as we call him in New Jersey.
As we call him back home in Ireland.
Ireland. Yeah, he was a unique boy because in the 64 election, basically military and politics were intertwined with each other. You know? Because, number one, McClellan was pretty favored by both soldiers and Copperheads alike. Copperheads being anti-war people. Because he promised that he would just go, straight away into peace talks and just end it as quick as he could and probably give the Confederacy their independence and just go from there. However, Lincoln couldn't do that. Lincoln needed to, usurp him. What did Lincoln do? He sent a majority of the troops home for the election so he could allow them to vote for him because, I like the guy who sent me home to hang out for a little bit. He also chose a Democratic vice president, which was kind of a bad idea later because it kind of wouldn't help Reconstruction. But to be honest, Johnson set back a lot of things.
Who'd have figured a man with the name Johnson would set back things?
Yes. Very good organizer, just a crap fighter. Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, that was McClellan. He could train the best troops. He could train the greatest army you've ever seen, but you ask him to command, he's like, shit.
There wasn't really any other army in the world at that time that was almost as big. The Confederate Army was second. Even most European armies were not as big. Just remember that.
The French are like, "Ooh, that's a nice army you got there."
That's a nice little army I got there. And yes, the second election was extremely vital for Lincoln because he didn't want to lose. He didn't want to lose, number one, and he also didn't want to lose to his former general. Yes, I lost to my military political adversary. How do you think that's going to go down?
Hey Lincoln, how you doing? McClellan won.
McClellan, oh Lil Mac.
You got your ass kicked by Little Mac.
At least I was a president. Oh, dude, that's cold.
Very tense election.
There you go. Haha, you lost a Little Mac. At least I was a president. Oh,
look, it's Heft-free.
I think there's something outside of the cover.
I agree, Weem. It is embarrassing.
Alright. Well, Redley, unfortunately, I have to go my separate ways now.
What?
I have to leave. I have stuff to do.
Well, Matt, Bryce, and I will continue a rather interesting conversation. Unless you are, at some point, you are able to rejoin us. I think we should save the politics between you two, because I don't.
Well, if you're still streaming, maybe I'll hop on, I'll watch, and I'll text. So, yes. See you later.
Yes. So, Bryce.
Yeah?
How are we doing?
We're good.
Are we now?
Sure.
How good are we?
Very.
I think we something that I would think people should like to hear me discuss is the status of the channel.
Yes.
Yes, Matt had to go take care of Matt things. But yes, the channel. I like how people left because Matt left. We all know who the face of the channel is. Me, Matt's the voice of the channel. Yeah, I'm thinking about going back and forth between Twitch and YouTube. I might actually stop this and go stream a little bit on Twitch. because you know what? Here, I'll even link that in the chat. In case any of you are on Twitch, that is me. Because it's really fun. VA was there. He thought it was funny as hell. We got an excellent out of context quote for me. But since we're all boys here, I have to ask you guys an honest question. How's everyone doing during November? How's everybody holding up? These are the important questions I want to know about my boys. Is everyone surviving the No Nut November? Thank you, Jeffrey. Everybody's doing good? Awesome. Good. Pepper, what are you eating? There's nothing out here to eat. Pepper, what are you eating?
You eat her soul.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice. See, I like how we were talking about No November, and then VA is talking about managing his meat.
Oh, Jesus.
I think we're all doing that, VA. We're all doing that. I do not eat grass. I occasionally smoke it. Hey, 420, what's up?
Bring this scoop.
What?
Have they?
Did you say you smoke the devil's lettuce?
Oh.
You know, that I think is something that really needs to be over with, is the ban on marijuana, because there are a lot of medicinal effects with it. Like, for instance, let's say, they've given a lot of edibles and such in small doses to cancer patients because of the fact that they cannot eat. And everyone knows that when you smoke the herb, you get the munchies. Oh, Pepper, are you? Oh, you're chewing your nails. Okay, have fun. But yeah, you get the munchies. And everyone knows once you get the munchies, everything sounds good. Hey, I got a lamb's head. Dude. Lamb's head. But like me, in my case, I'm not afraid to admit it, because I have been known to dabble in it because of I have arthritis in both my shoulder blades. So some nights when I go to lay down, I just can't, and I will take a small hit. That's it. I'll be my shoulder blades relax. I relax. I'm out like a light. And it's funny because I want to ask the chat, you included, Bryce. Do you guys know where the fear of marijuana came from?
Where?
VA might be the only one old enough to know this. Oh, Carlo knows. Carlo, tell me where the fear of the marijuana came from. And this was before Nixon's drug campaign. No, Carlo, that was where it was highly imported from. The fear of marijuana came from a movie called Reefer Madness. And it basically depicted, someone smoking weed and then going on this huge murdering spree. Basically, it twisted them into these unhuman-like creatures that just, like, completely horrible, something you'd see that you hear about in, like, a demonic possession or something. That's where it came from. But if you've ever been around anyone who's ever smoking weed before, it's the complete opposite, because they're just like, what? Talking to somebody that was there 5 minutes ago, and they're like, oh yeah, I remember that. And you just let them go about their business. But what I love is, and this is actually a documentary I was watching. It was on history of crime in America, and they, of course, got on the subject of marijuana. They said, you've never heard of anybody smoking weed, getting behind the wheel of a car, excuse me, and running over multiple people. Meanwhile, people get drunk and get behind a wheel and kill multiple people. I had a couple of friends who got ran off the road by a drunk driver and killed them. One of them was hit by a drunk driver and they were killed. Plus, they can't really tax it because they can't tax it like they can tobacco, because tobacco, if you want good tobacco, you have to either know how to grow it, what kind of temperature setting it has to be in, a whole 9-yard system. Meanwhile, you can grow your own hemp plant and you're good. You can grow it yourself. It's easier to grow. Whereas like my cigars that I am known for. Oh, is he? Oh. See? I'm learning all the time. This is why I love this channel. It's like Pokemon. You teach me, I teach you. VA, if I recall correctly, you might have been around when Reefer Madness was a thing. Then again, it may just be the bubbly talking, because bubbles get in your head when you drink. Oh, I didn't know that. Although I do know one of the scenes is they're all sitting around smoking a joint, and one guy just sitting there rocking back and forth in a chair laughing, maniacally. Nah, VA, dude, it's okay. VA, we all know that you were around since Jesus and everything. It's okay. We know you sat next to him. But how's everyone doing? I wasn't prepping for something like this, but what was this? Oh. Okay, that was a thing. Some on Reddit, often you'll get people. Hey, VA, I know I'm awesome, man. You don't have to remind me. So I got the Oh, I don't know if I've ever told this in a live stream, but my shoulder boards, my kernel boards. Let me see if I can pull the other one in. Because I usually have a vest on, so they lean more forward. They are 2 different boards. They're slight differences, but they are in fact different boards. And I'm like, you know what? Because it was actually a gift from General Couch when we were in Alabama. Because he was like, hey, maybe we find some kernel boards. I'll buy them there. I'll buy them for you. And I'm like, oh. So the promotion is official, isn't it? He goes, oh, yeah, you're still getting the rank of colonel no matter what. And I'm like, oh, you're an asshole. And he goes, I know. So I was getting ready to sew them on my second lieutenant's coat, my junior officer's frock coat. And and our quartermaster there. No, Couch is not on vacation. He is home. He's just busy. He's been busy working and everything. But and our quartermaster had this coat, which is a bit long for my liking, but it fits me because my body type is a weird one. I have short arms, but I got broad ass shoulders. Like my shoulders are completely filling out this coat. Like if y'all ever saw Red when he was just chill and relaxed, well, y'all have seen him in just a tank top. Red got shoulder for days. And he's like, here you go. And I'm like, oh, no. And I was like, oh no, no one knows how to sew. Well, there's a man in Alabama we were friended, and he goes, and he talks about his wife. He goes, but if you go ask her very, very nicely, she will. And I'm like, you just had to open your mouth, didn't you? He goes, yeah. I'm like, so I go over there, and she goes, of course I will. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I don't know, where's Bryce?
Yeah.
Talk about Reb stuff while I find the lamps.
Okay. like to kill Yankees. I prefer skinning them alive. Then I cook them.
That went dark.
Then I decide to eat them.
Oh, that got dark. So, Bryce, are you saying this was a common practice among the Confederates?
Oh, fuck, you heard all that?
Yeah, I'm right here. Because the lamps should be out here.
Shit.
Looks
Yes,
like
we
I gotta go look
Tennessee
inside
didn't really
right
want
quick.
to fight in the war.
Yeah, it looks like I gotta go look inside right quick. So, Bryce, you're free to spread your rebellious propaganda for a bit.
Hey! Oh, yes, VA, you are right. They didn't really want to fight in a war, but they were forced to, kinda. Anyway, who would like to one day see me eating a Yankee? Just like Maryland, VA. Kind of just like that. But a little bit, Tennessee was a bit more complicated. But it was just like in the same situation as Maryland. Arrest all the red mayors.
I found a lamp! Alright, VA, what propaganda has Bryce been spreading?
I have spread nothing but the truth.
So, you were saying how it's all the North's fault.
No.
Well,
Stop laughing. I don't like it when you're happy.
joke's on you because I've been drinking. Yeet. It was I spreading it. I'm sorry, VA. That's just how I imagined you were laughing right then. So now I gotta find a place to put the lamp. Luke, hello. Hail. There you go. Hey, look, it actually works. Squeaky.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Bryce, I actually have an opinion on Civil War jokes.
What is your opinion?
I generally don't find them funny.
I mean, depending on what kind of jokes they are. If they're on him, he don't like them.
I just told a joke.
Okay, we're gonna pretend you never said anything.
Just think, Bryce. What did I say? Civil War jokes, I generally don't find them funny.
Oh, you son of a bitch! I'm gonna kill you now.
Challenge accepted.
You fucking made a pun. I hate puns so much.
You hate Huns? What? What did Attila ever do to you?
I'm not a pun person.
I know you're not very punny. There you go, VA. Take a screenshot of that. That'll be the first T-shirt design.
Fuck, you're sure fucking. Yeah, that face. A fucking weird face. Like
Ooh,
that.
I can hear the. I don't have anything out here to protect myself with except the one of iron, one of steel. But I hear the coyotes out tonight.
Coyote.
No shit. Dude, there are very, very, very few people I don't get along with. Because the way I see it, I'm going to be myself. I don't care what it is. I'm going to be me. You don't like it? Fuck off. But yeah, I was even looking at capture cards today, and I was like, I'm like, and hold on. This is how you cook a cigar. I want to make sure that's not completely on fire, but not exactly away from the fire at all. Yeah, that's true. Hey, it's not that coyotes ain't shit. It's numbers do have its advantages. But, hold on. Oh, hi, guys. Hey, how you doing? Oh, that was like, VA, what was the movie? It was like a documentary, Blair Witch Project. Like when the girl's all like, guys, I don't know. And like she starts having snot running out of her nose. But I do think I could consider myself having armor on because of the wool coat. CVA, I know why you like me so much, because I have a lot of old guy humor built up, you know?
Old people.
Dude, this cigar puts out more lens flares than the new Star Trek movies. What, is someone typing in the Discord? Beowulf! Boom, headshot. Oh, I know I have an old soul. Shit. I mean, what gives it away right there is that I'm just like, oh, you don't like me? I don't give a shit. I like me. Fuck's your problem?
Fucks up your ass.
So, Matt, how have you been? You know, it's been a long time since we've chatted, Matt. I'm glad that you're back, buddy. I really am, Matt. Matt, I'm not gonna lie. I have missed you, but I've missed you. That's because Bryce lives in Texas. Matt lives in New Jersey. You will eventually see Cout. Oh, Matt, burn wood. Matt, you know what I think you should do, bud? I think you should just take some time and go do some wood burning. Sounds like a good idea. But,
burn.
So, as some of you may recall, Oh, that's cool. I completely disappear. Bryce, are you watching the stream?
No.
You got to real quick, and I just...
What?
Where am I, Bryce?
I'm taking a guess. You're in a tent?
No, where am I on the screen?
I'm taking guesses because I'm on your stream. You are, it's like most of the time, every single damn day, you are probably smoking a cigar.
You're not wrong, but I'm also completely invisible until I do this.
You're a ghost.
Oh, anybody got any good Halloween stories? Oh no, the cigar ghost is back.
Oh.
No, every time it's only these cigars too. That every time I puff, there's like a little ghost that ends up like right around the bottom right of the screen. But damn, does this cigar puff? I have some good Halloween. I have a good Halloween story. So, as I posted in the Halloween Town chat, because Halloween's awesome. Everyone's let out their inner freak, and no one judges, which I don't think should be an issue because people should be able to dress up however they want and not have to worry about anything. But
if you got a problem,
correct. But so, as you saw in the Halloween chat, I was a plague doctor for Halloween. And so instead of walking around the yard, being all ominous and creepy, I decided to stand in the flower bed and slightly move back and forth like an animatronic. That's what I was looking up.
I was going to say Herbert, but
what?
I think.
Bryce, should I tell them what I saw in your search history? That's what I thought. Hello, Sutton. But so, and so many kids were like, "Oh my gosh, it looks so real," and I'm like, "Joke's on you." And Dad had borrowed my Normandy clicker to activate the ghost that was there. That every time I heard noise, it would like hover up and down, make ghost moaning noises, and that whole shtick. And well, as I was sitting there in the flower bed, he'd go, "Look, if I click twice, it jumps." So I would jump as I'm moving my torso only. He goes, "Look, if I click 3 times, it walks forward." So I go forward, and the mom's like, "Quit stepping on the flowers." I'm like, "I can't see." But one guy also dressed up as a plague doctor. He goes, "Oh, twinsies," and I was like, "This is the one time I approve of this." Burp. Burp.
Burp.
Burp. I think we'll go for an hour and a half total in runtime. Good night, Patriot. Good night, brother. Keep safe. Fight the Rona and all that. I think everybody's going a little bit overboard with these masks. What everybody needs to wear is like a helmet, like a Crusader Great Helm. Because if a Crusader Great Helm could stop a sword, what makes you think the Rona is going to get past it? I mean, am I right?
Can we take Jerusalem?
Deus Vult!
Want everyone to use Crusader helmets and invade Jerusalem? Or in this case, invade China?
Let me tell you about China. It's huge. So, in y'all opinion, no, I'm kidding. Oh man, but it's just great being back. I'm finally getting back in the run of things. I mean, Wednesday, I got a Wednesday correct, and I might even do a Twitch gameplay tonight, depending on how much free time I have with the TV and how quiet the dogs are going to be.
Huge.
Actually, you know what? Not an hour and a half. We'll go into the cigars bed. We got a little bit of time left. We got some time. So let's go to a. Hey, VA, you apologize one more again. I'm gonna cry. Okay? You want that on your conscience? But let's go to a Q&A area of the stream because I haven't done a Q&A in a while. Let's do that. Come on. Bring on the questions. Any question? Great question. No, I did not. Why? Because it hurts the throat a little bit. So it was actually a big toss-up whether I wanted to do Spike or a Plague Doctor for Halloween. Because if I was Spike, I think some kids would have been traumatized, straight up. Do I like burgers or chicken? Oh, that's tough question. What kind of chicken are we talking about here? Because I like my chicken very, very unique. Like, don't get me wrong. Give me a good bacon cheeseburger, juicy with some mayo, some pickle on there, with some cheese. I will ruin that burger. Something fierce. Like, you ever have Five Guys? Pretty much. Fried? Oh, fried chicken? Burgers. But if this is going to sound really weird, but if you give me like my favorite cut of the chicken is the breast meat, the breast. And I don't like it to where it's real juicy. I kind of like dry. I like it dry, real dry. So I like to, when it comes to chicken, I don't use utensils. Like I've seen some people eat like a chicken breast and use utensils and stuff. I'm like, nah, man. Dude, pick that up and be a barbarian like you know you are and eat that some bitch like it's jerky.
What the fuck's wrong with you? I'll bitch smack you.
With the chicken.
Smack that bitch.
I can also cluck like a chicken.
Oh, right. Remember that picture that I sent you? Remember I told you the back in the Mississippi event about those authentic campaigners chasing a chicken?
What's my favorite holiday? It's a toss-up between Christmas and Halloween. I like Christmas because it seems like it just has a different feel to the rest of the year. Like, it seems like everybody's more mellow, nicer.
But apparently that chicken, apparently it was the authentic campaigners company cock.
I know I shouldn't be laughing because that's the name of a rooster, but
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to our company cock.
And everybody just looks at Bryce. Let them rewatch a bag to pick a prize.
My favorite part is that one of the authentics told me this funny story of it's kind of inappropriate at this point. I really don't give a shit.
This is not a safe for kids stream, so I think we're all right.
All right, good. But apparently, during a battle, one of the guys had this red sock, right? What he decided to do, him and his buddy decided to be passes and say some really inappropriate shit in front of the spectators, right? And the guy with the sock fell down, and the other guy went down there and threw down his gun, grabbed him, but he grabbed the sock and he started smacking him in the face with it, and the guy who was pretending to be wounded said, "Stop smacking me with your cock!"
Damn.
And my favorite part is that he told me that he legit heard one of the spectators say, "What the fuck?"
That's one thing I love about reenacting is you get to, you get to talk in an old world sense. Like instead of rooster, it's a cock.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, he's using foul language." And you're like, "What? What? Who's using foul language?"
Still company cock.
Man, company cock.
Have the mind of a 2-year-old.
We know, Bryce.
And I don't care.
We know. Better than the people I spooked in Smelly server last night. Oh man.
What did you do?
I went full weird. Like these three kids were being annoying and stuff, being children. So I was like, "Why did I invite you here?" So I private messaged him. I was like, was
it a squeaker?
No, they weren't voice chatting. They were all texting. And I said, Smelly, can I like spook them? He goes, yes. So I started getting like all this weird shit. I'm like, blood has a funny taste to it, doesn't it? And someone's like, why don't you just suck on pennies? I was like, because they don't put dog blood in pennies. And I'm like, what? I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh yeah, I like blood too. I was like, really? How do you like it? He goes, I mean, I mainly just suck on pennies. He's like, what about you? I said, it's always about catching a live dog and biting it. They fight more that way. And they're all just like, what the hell? Some of them even messaged Smelly asking if I was okay.
Do you suffer from a mental deficiency?
Well, and then one of them was like, so you abuse dogs? I was like, no, I don't abuse them. I simply kill them and take their blood. There's no abuse. It's quick and clean and painless.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And for anybody who's trying to take that out of context, no, I'm not a dog abuser. I love dogs. Doggos are the best thing in the world. I don't care what anybody says. You can always rely on a dog to cheer you up. Fucking cat people. Hey, Bryce. I just want to point out that we were at 7 viewers and 11 likes. That's where the Battle of the Alamo took place, wasn't it? At 7-Eleven? Karma. If Hemingway was here, we can put him in as the new mod. Because Noah left us. He's like gone forever. Noah got mad because he broke rule of the channel. Matt and I have had to address this several times with him. And so he kept on breaking the rules. So I told him, dude, you just lost your YouTube membership, your YouTube mod powers. He goes, fine, too much mod in there anyways. I was like, that's not even grammar, bro. He goes, I was like, okay. That's all right then. And so then I got told today that he flat out left. And I was like, hey, I'm fine with that. It was his choice. I was going to have a talk to him, but yeah. Matt, I am nice. I'm an Irishman. We're all nice until you piss us off.
Don't even go there.
What?
And I know what you do. I know what you do to people in the middle of the night in your room.
Bryce, you want to be the next one?
No, thank you.
Then shut your mouth.
Okay. FBI, help me.
FBI guy just sitting there going, oh shit, Bryce about to die, y'all. Hey, Phil, Bryce is yours, right? Yeah. He about to die. Until you get your... VA, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, VA. You're the best son I've ever had.
You're the best son, you motherfucker.
Oh, VA just said until you get our Irish up.
Dang it. Anyway, how's everybody doing the last 2 days of fucking...
last few days?
Yes.
Actually have been
avoiding
good.
Everything that's been going on.
They've actually been good. Like I said, I got the sponsorship with CNC after they get done building their channel. They said they'd be happy to sponsor me. And I was like, what? Yeah, awesome. This is one of the first times I've left Red and Bryce alone. It was a somewhat weird idea. I don't feel like you left us, man. You kind of had to get off the computer. I want to know which Discord is like messaging back and forth.
All of
them. Bryce, should we go and get on the Irish Legion and just start talking to them?
I have it on my phone. I don't want to use my potato mic.
Why not the mic you're using now?
Doesn't. Hold on. What time is it? Soon I have to go for church.
Yeah, and this cigar is about to die as well.
I'm sorry, my friend. But not now. I don't have to leave just yet. But you still have me, comrade.
Yes, we have you, comrade. Yes, comrade. Comrade. Now drop them pants. No, what? Did it say now drop them pants? No, not the cigar.
I don't like where this is going.
You know, I told Bryce and Matt this, but one of the things I used to say that really Matt, we'll talk about that in the future. One of the things I always used to say to get people to be quiet, like if they're annoying me in school or something, like two kids were talking, I'd turn around and be like, you better shut up. And they go, why? I'm like, I'm going to make you squeal like a pig and call me Poppy. Suey. And they would shut up. I'm like, hey, it worked. Whoop, whoop. I mean, I would have posted this in Cody's thing, you know, the stream and all that. But apparently I'm not allowed. Oh, man, Brandon, why don't you let me shout out my channel on your thing? I thought you loved me.
Brandon F?
Yeah, I thought he loved me. Is it Cody's server that's blowing up? Yeah, it is. No, it's not.
I still remember that one stream with Mr. Brandon.
Sorry?
I said I still remember that stream with Brandon.
Oh, yeah. Oof, no. Damn Irish Lincolns always back their opinions. We Irish can be very opinionated. This is true. I'm gonna do something drastic here. No one watch what I'm about to do. But yeah, for those of you curious, after the stream, I'm considering of streaming a movie. Oh, so he did leave.
Who, Brandon?
No, Noah. He left.
Oh. The hell? We're gonna have to find him. I'm gonna have to touch him. I have to touch him in the places. I'm sorry, I have to. For our Lord and Savior.
Oh, there we go. Back here. What kind of movie? I don't know. I'm gonna start. Noah got what he was coming to. Yeah. I mean, he and honestly, I have actually gotten some complaints about him the time he was on the server. About how he liked to purposefully piss people off, and it actually caused a couple people to leave the server.
Yeah.
So it was inevitable he was actually on the borderline of getting kicked and or banned. VA, he liked to poke at people's buttons and steal from people, you know, like the day Sean Connery died. Noah told all of us, but he also copied word for word what Arrogant said, what Officer said in his chat and on his server. He copied it word for word. When I called him out on it, he was like, "Fine, gosh." like, see, I don't think I want that kind of energy on my channel. That's not good. But that's stuff I'd like to discuss off stream. That's Discord related things, not YouTube. By the way, Discord, CNC Sutlery, my sponsor. Love you, Chad. Let's do something later, huh? Go out for some drinks. Alcohol beats the Rona. I just got to come to Idaho. But yeah, the Discord is in the server. I know all of you here are already members, but share it with your friends, share it with your grandmother, share it with your dog. Share it with your dog. We love doggo pics. We love doggos. I had a bull mastiff at work today. And they also get immediately updated stream times when Red is being his normal ADHD self, can't focus on one thing, talks about this, and there's a cat looking at me. You better fuck off. But I do like to take care of my own. Like, I believe at one point a member of the Discord was giving Bryce a lot of... I'm not going to say names except Bryce because he's here and he knows what I did. And when we were all in a Discord chat together, I approached it and the dude was like, oh shit. And he hasn't been back since. So I'm like, okay. Obviously they don't like when people call them out on their stuff. That's what I'm going to keep on doing. Separate the sheep from the wolves. A wolf, being a grown man, would admit to his mistakes, apologize, and that's that. Small little man would go, oh no. See, Noah, I have mixed feelings about Noah because he's also pissed me off on purpose. And I don't like people who do that. No bueno. So what are the juicy gossips? Oh, did you guys hear that Judy in third period is pregnant? Bryce, are you still there?
I'm back.
Yay! Oh, I was telling about my heroic deeds with you and that one guy after he mentioned bad things about your mother.
What?
Nothing. I was gloating about how awesome I am.
Right, whatever you say.
Don't make Ohio come kick Texas's ass again. Actually, I think you'd like that if Red came back to Texas.
Red.
You didn't even get what I just said.
Anyway, children and childrets.
No, how you were complaining that Texas was turning blue last night?
We don't, I'm sorry, not that. Red, we don't talk about that.
So I said, I thought you'd like it if Red came back to Texas.
Oh, you son of a... Bastardo!
Come on, say it right. Bastardo. But what is honestly, you know what? I need to get to know my subs better. What are your guys' hobbies like? What do you do on the spare time? Like you guys learning any other languages? I'm learning Irish Gaelic. Come to Cali. Oh, dude, I've heard stories about California.
California. And no one likes California.
Work and war right. Awesome. Those are see. VA has had a long time to plan this out. He's got it down right. War of Rights brings him, relaxes him. Goes to work. Might be a stressful day. He knows he can come back, relax. What game did you go after, VA?
All I'm going to say is this, since you were talking about my state slowly turning into a shade of blue, you should have heard me screaming my brains out.
That's why I was not there. What kind of game do you guys go after?
Trust me, Matt can testify. Isn't that right, Matt?
I was like, now you're getting like, I'm sorry, that just reminded me of like some sort of, like, testify, brother, testify. Testify, Matt. Testify. Whitetail. Okay, I can't hunt with my current rifle because it would obliterate the meat, the venison. See, because those of you who don't know, I have a Mosin Nagant, and the round on that is bigger than a 30-06. So essentially, this is going to be hard for you guys to see, but I'm going to try to make it work. The entry hole is about that big. The exit is easily that. Shoot it in the face. No, I don't want to do that, because then I could, maybe, headshot.
Shut up. I know you kept tricking me for hours, you fucking piece of shit.
Dude, I wanted to go fishing all summer. Didn't go once. Although, there's one thing I do like about if I do ever go hunting with a Mosin. It will take down any game in North America. So, interesting enough, let's say I'm out there hunting, and for some reason I decided to take my bayonet along. I would take my bayonet along because it acts as a muzzle brake, actually. You turn a Mosin Nagant bayonet around and refix it. Like, you got to wedge it on there a little bit, but it turns into a muzzle brake. Well, if for some reason I wanted to fix it like a normal bayonet, stab and shoot. But I always thought that if I ever went hunting, my biggest fear would be to run into a bear. But and for some reason I always thought that grizzly bears were a normal thing in in North America, unless you go to Alaska, up in the Arctic somewhere. Not Arctic, way up north. I mean, way up north. The only bear you really have to deal with down here is a black bear. And a black bear, all you got to do is make a lot of noise and flail your arms around. It's like, oh shit, this guy's huge, run!
Holy shit, though.
That's why if you ever watch any videos, you'll notice the people that deal with black bears often. I honestly find it very humorous because they just go out there and go, hey, get out of here, and the black bear runs off. I'd be more afraid of a raccoon than a black bear. Honestly. See, man. Sorry, VA. Red is never prey. I'm top dog. Oh yeah, a dog chipped my tooth yesterday. Yeah, a dog headbutted me yesterday and chipped my tooth. See, but like I said, yeah, if I'm ever out in the woods with my Mosin, I'm not afraid of a black bear. I will charge a black bear head on.
You're gonna Japan bonsai charge them, guys.
No. See, because they were charging essentially to their death. I'm charging to get a new pelt.
Damn it, why can't you just charge for your death for fucking once in a while?
Because I tried that once, and you know what happened?
What happened?
Death ran away.
Shit.
Oh yeah, the older males will try to stay on their ground, but if I just let off one round with my Mosin, he'll run. Although mountain lions and cougars, I think we got some of those in. I know we have some of those in the U.S. Mountain lions, I want to say, where are mountain lions? For some reason, I want to say in like Arizona and places like that, but that's stupid. CVA, but nonetheless, I also carry my K-bar on me, and I will fight to the bitter end. If I have to, I'll stab that bear in the neck, the side, anywhere. But this is advice to all you out there. If you're ever going out in the woods, there's a chance that there's not even a chance, you will be scared because you'll hear something. You won't know what it is. Until you identify what it is, you'll be scared. Learn to control that fear.
It's Joe Biden.
It's when fear takes over. That's when you start getting stupid and making mistakes. You start getting desperate. But if you learn to control that fear, you'll be unstoppable because then you use that adrenaline to your advantage. that fight or flight response kicks in, and you'll no longer want to fly away. You'll want to stand your ground and fight. Keep a calm, level head. Think about your surroundings. Anything could be used to defend yourself, even a small twig. If you know what you're doing, you can and will survive. It all depends on how much you want to survive. How much do you want to prove you're top dog? You know that saying, it's not the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog? People say that's not true. Apparently they've never met a Chihuahua. I'd rather fight a Great Dane than a Chihuahua. I can get a hold of a Great Dane. But I'm not putting my hand down there near a Chihuahua. No. I wouldn't say not afraid of death, VA. Just accept it. Also, always take a .32 pistol with you when you're going with friends. It's not going to kill anything, but it will blow out a knee. Remember, you don't have to outrun. You don't have to be. If you let's say you and a group are running from something. You don't have to be the fastest. Just don't be the slowest. It's hard to outrun someone when it's hard for someone to outrun when you put a .32 in their knee. Actually, VA, did you know K-Bar, their name actually started from a letter a man sent? He was in the woods and a bear attacked him. And this was in the frontier days. This is how long they've had this name. And a bear attacked this man. He was out of ammo and the bear knocked his rifle away. And he essentially killed the bear with his knife, with a K-Bar knife. And when he sent in a thank you letter and basically said, I owe you guys my life, all they could make out was K-A-Bar. Those were the only things they could make out. So they're like, K-Bar. Which I'm thinking, he said, I managed to kill a bear with one of your knives. I want to thank you for making such a good quality knife. That's what, oh, wow. I just read VA's message. Honey, how much do you love me? Why? Nothing.
Nothing. Don't mind me, Dad.
Son, I know I went out for milk 14 years ago. Wait, son, you hear that? Yeah.
I know I left you.
What do you think that is? I don't know, but I'm about to go get some milk. What? My leg! I'll be back with the milk!
Motherfucker!
You're just running away going, I'll be back with the milk!
And then you're the kid and you're like yelling, you son of a bitch!
That's what I'm saying. You blow out your dad's leg after he comes back after 14 years of buying the milk. Then you're just like, I'll go get some milk. I'll be right back.
Finally returned.
14 years. It turns out he killed the animal and you're just like, oh.
Killed my dog?
You are my dad.
Oh, you fucking cocksucker.
Okay, that's a bit much.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with me. Trust me. I'm normal.
I didn't say there's anything wrong with you.
Do you agree?
So yeah, I was on Reddit. It's common for like spam messages and stuff, like where you get a message on your phone and it's sent to like 30 other people. On Reddit, it's common to get those, and it's so funny because often enough, it's people trying to sell like their OnlyFans account or something. I was put in one of those messages, and we ended up, me and like 10 other guys, ended up making another group chat and just started talking. I'm talking to a guy from Turkey, from Deutschland. Those are me, the guy from Turkey, and the guy from Deutschland. We're the main three people that talk on there. Another guy from the U.S. Talking to a guy from Italy who was also a diabetic. That was pretty cool. Something just moved outside. Something just moved outside. I'm scared. I can control my fear. I just pissed my pants.
Matt, we found a member of your homeland from Italia. Say hi to that man.
Oh, no, he doesn't talk no more.
Son of a bitch.
Right?
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. Oh, son of a
Oh my god, this fucking water. You're a fucking...
Did you just Okay.
Is that the answer you wanted?
No.
You fucking got it.
Don't make me come to Texas.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, VA, I think now is a good time to end the stream. And, say with me, boys. With that being said, there are a few channels I want to shout out. Calibrated Core, General Code HD, Brandon F. War Digital Digest, coming to these thing United States Sharpshooters, and of course the Townsends. I got a lot of great merchandise from the Townsends. I got a pipe, a tin flute, a cooking book, and a few writing utensils because I like to use dip pens, and they have a lot of dip quills. And I'm looking at getting something, but it's really pricey. I've also been to their store. It's very nice. I even sat in the Nutmeg Tavern, for those of you who know. And I also sat in John's chair. Yeah, and I told him the next live stream, and he goes, "What do you mean my chair?" I was like, "Your chair." Also, I want to shout out CNC Sutlery, the magnificent sutler who is at this moment building their channel. And as soon as that's done, they're going to sponsor yours truly. Which, who knows? Like I said at the beginning of the stream, they may give me stuff that I could test. You know, here's a knife. I want you to test its limits. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to beat it with a hammer against a cinder block.
And then we're going to stick something in it.
Yes. But their link is also down in the description. Go check them out. They are wonderful people. They called me up when the COVID pandemic first started, when everybody was like closed down. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey, man, how you going?" He's like, "This fucking COVID and shit." I was like, I like this guy.
I like this guy.
Tell them Red sent you. They'll be happy there. They'll be happy to hear that because, one, I'm doing my job. Two, they're going to make a sale. I think I even made a sale today. Chad, got your back, buddy. I'm not even winking anymore. My eyes just twitching. But with that being said, I will see all of you wonderful liberators in the next one. This is your Colonel signing out. Yes, end the stream. Oh shit, it's not ended yet.